You need the fuck it mentality. If your girlfriend or boyfriend doesn't want to be with you anymore, then fuck it, move on. There's absolutely nothing which you can do about it. Dwelling over it will only make you more miserable, and you will get over it at some point in your life anyway, so why not get over it right now? You cannot go back in time, and if you're afraid of taking risks, fuck it, do it, take the risk, chance it, experiment as much as you possibly can in this life. You only live once, and once only, and the worst feeling is knowing that you could have done something when you didn't. And from there on, thinking what actually could have happened, what the best possible outcome could have been if that actually went well and you actually gained something from it. It's a horrible way to live. Or if you fell on the floor face first and everyone's laughing at you, no one gives a shit, and neither should you. And whenever anything goes wrong in life, you should be able to brush it off your shoulder and be mentally strong and move on and have this mentality and just think, fuck it, just be strong. And I know this is all easier said than done, but once you achieve this mindset, you'll be relentless, you'll be the strongest possible version of yourself mentally, and stronger than most people mentally, stronger than the average person. Nothing can affect you, right? Or it'll be harder for things to get to you at least, right? And you'll have a high level of self-control, which most people lack. Therefore they don't even have this mindset, most people, because nowadays the world is incredibly weak. People get offended by words, offended by little things. You say one little thing to someone or do one little thing, then their life's all over, and all of a sudden, and they just can't stop overthinking it, and then they just become more miserable. Then they want to have some sort of stimulation to make them feel more happy, and then they end up being more miserable. Then it's like a knock-on effect, which is never ending. And sometimes it's not your fault, right? Because the world is so weak, you are kind of grown up into an environment which is weak too. If you are not actually going out there and exploring just the reality of things, and you are being offered comfort, especially at a young age when you are vulnerable as you are growing up, and that will significantly weaken you and your mind, and it's harder to get stronger and stop doing that if that mindset is engraved into your brain and just keeps developing, becoming weaker and weaker as a young age. It's still possible to change and become a strong person and have the fuck it mindset, but yeah, the lion isn't the king of the jungle because it's the strongest, smartest, or the fastest. It's the bravest. It will go out there to get its dinner. No matter if it gets hurt, it doesn't give a shit. It has the fucking mindset. It doesn't give a shit if anything happens, right? So you either have this mindset or you don't. And, once you have this, you can just, life will be so much easier. You can just brush things off your shoulder. You'll be less miserable. Less things can impact you, of course. And think of any successful person, right? No successful person had become successful from having a weak mind. And it's often the mediocre who have this mindset. I mean, you can still be not necessarily mediocre, but not successful at the same time, and still have this, weakness inside of you, inside your mind. But yeah, anyways, it's often the mediocre who, suffer from this, and especially the ones who think that they are always right and everything will always go their way, and they think that they are mentally strong, and they think that everything is okay when it isn't. Those types of people are very arrogant as well. And yeah, they're just setting themselves up for bad things in the future. The whole point of living is to be able to control your mind, at least. The first thing you should actually focus on doing. Once you do that, you can master many skills, and go further in terms of success, become even more successful in life. So back to what I was saying, successful people do not have the minds like the average person, right? They have the fuck it mindset. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, I mean, of course they're fucking rich, but they're not gonna think, oh, I'm too scared if what's gonna happen if I put down this much money? Am I gonna lose my money? It's too much of a risk. I mean, if you have to, they wouldn't have been thinking that at the start. Maybe the once or few times or hundreds of times or whatever, but that's, even if they were like that, they had changed their mindset and had that fuck it mindset. Reason being, they are successful. You won't be, getting successful in life without this, really. It's the foundation to, just living and just not letting things affect you, and you living the way you wish. So then things can actually go better, because you will live a way better life than the person who doesn't have this mindset. So yeah, it's definitely something which you should have. The world is just, I feel it does try to set you up to be weak, and most of the time you will have this mindset. Some people will never change, of course, and even me right now, I'm just gonna keep doing videos. I know that I'll achieve whatever I know I will achieve in whatever I'm thinking in my mind, whatever my goals are. But for now, this video might not get views. It might not. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter how many takes or how long it took. Yeah, if it doesn't, whether it gets views or not, it doesn't matter. I was just thinking about Karate Kid. Mr. Han, when he was saying, win or lose doesn't matter. I can't be seeing you get hurt so much. So the Karate Kid, he wanted to keep going. He had that fuck it mindset. Mr. Han's had that mindset his whole life as well, right? Because of how advanced he was at, being able to fight. But no matter how hurt the Karate Kid was, he wanted to fight and he won. When, people didn't expect him to. He was fucked. He was like proper hurt. But he went out there. He didn't give a shit. And he gave it his all. So my computer just turned off. I mean, yeah. Just that's it, really. Fuck it. Thanks for watching.